Dr. Faver here. This is for teaching moments for this week. You know, one of the things that I talk about, but sometimes I think I gloss over too much, is the prevention side of what we teach and do. Most of the diseases, most of the problems that we run into are preventable. If we're using the right products and we're using the right technique, there's really no reason why that skin is going to become irritated, inflamed, infected, and have those kind of problems. You know, the sad part, and honestly, I see a lot of groomers when I'm talking, even breaking down in my class, realizing that they're part of the problem on that. They realize that the fact that their hands are dry and irritated equates to why the dogs are itching and having problems. But a lot of that's what we do, is to try to educate you to a point that realize that products matter, techniques matter, understanding what you're doing matters on that. And a lot of times people will come to a lecture and they'll take one or two tidbits out of something I said and expect great results. And that's just not how it works. You have to put all the pieces together there. But once you do, and what we find with most of the people that go through our certified pet esthetician program, is once you start putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, you start using the right products under the right conditions on that, your skin problems go away. In fact, it's kind of a joke in the fact that a lot of people that go through our case studies get so excited about healing a dog or a cat or a horse with a skin problem, and then they joke it's like crack cocaine. They want another one, they want another one. The reality is, when they start using the right products and the right conditioners and the right techniques, their problems go away. And I get these sad calls, you know, a year into it and said, I'm bored, where do I go to get more cases? Well, that's part of the reason why we teach you some of the business, but you know, there's a lot of dogs out there because they kind of get lost between the veterinary dermatologist and a lot of things that we teach. You know, they're out there, they have these skin problems, but they don't have answers. I joke, but the reality is your best client's the one that's already spent $10,000 to $20,000 because they're still looking. They haven't found results on that. Those that are just starting into the process are sometimes the hardest people to convince, for the simple reason they haven't went through enough, they haven't gotten severe enough that people know that they need to do something different on that. So just understand, I always say sebum's the secret to everything. If we can maintain it, we prevent problems. If we have a problem, if we can restore it back to normal, we'll be able to fix most skin problems. Hope that helps. We'll see you next week.